Hi guys, Francis Coquelin. Now, if you've been watching Arsenal this year, Francis Coquelin, there's no denying he has been one of our most consistent and best players this year, this season. The games against Chelsea and West Ham stand out in my mind. He's constantly been there. When fit, he's had a couple injuries. When he's not been there, we've struggled. When he's been there, we have actually played well. He has constantly been there, like I keep saying, been consistent, putting some great performances, and you need to judge it and you need to play it fair. And I really can't understand some of the criticism he gets. I believe it's so unfair on the guy. Like he's from what he's come from being on a crossroad to part in this club to getting better season by season and showing that he has something to offer the squad goes without saying. Let's take it back to summer. The signing of Xhaka had many players questioning their futures. We've seen one psych themselves out and go on loan, even though I believe they shouldn't have. Coquelin said he's going to stay and fight. Let's take it back to the summer. Xhaka was a new signing. We saw the Euros. We saw his passing ability. He had aggression like Coquelin. Coquelin was probably the one that was probably most scared for his place. You look at all of our midfield options. Coquelin has the least ability on the ball and is least likely to do something eye catching. But like I said, he said he's going to stay and fight for his space and earn his spot. Something I believe you should do at big clubs because you'll get games. And it's been backed up. He's probably started the most out of all the centre mids. Some have been injured, but even if Santi was injured, Coquelin would probably still play. He's turned up in big games, and you just need to play it fair. I mean, he gets a lot of criticism because he's not eye catching on the ball. Because these football hipsters and people you see online and armchair experts will have you believe the only way to be a good centre mid is to be able to hit 50-yard passes and build. There's more to being a midfielder. You need to be competent and reliable. That is what Coquelin is. Yes, he has his shortcomings. The last game conceding the penalty still sticks in my mind, but he showed elite character, to win the ball back and start the move for the penalty. A lot of goals this season have started via Coquelin winning the ball and starting a move. Koscielny's had bad games and giving away penalties this year, like versus Spurs. He never got criticism for it. Half the stuff, Xhaka's my guy, but half the stuff he's done, if it was Coquelin, he wouldn't be given a free pass. Like I said, you need more to being a midfielder than being able to pass. Like, no one speaks about Coquelin's great positional play 9 times out of 10. Able to sniff out danger, wins the ball quickly and distributes it quickly. He's a better passer than he gets credit for. For his size, he's constantly up there for Arsenal in terms of winning the ball in the air, winning his aerial duels, wins his 50-50 challenges, and he's already created more chances going forward than he did last season. So that shows you he's trying to improve on the aspect of contributing going forward and listening to critics. Like I said, I believe he's a better passer than he gets credit for, because constantly I've seen when we're behind or we need to score and we're dominating the team, he's constantly pushing the team up, constantly passing. Some of his passing is side to side, but yeah, he's a better passer. He's not as basic as people think him out to be. He should have a goal and assist purely for the positions I see him take up at times. But he's clearly needed. He's one of the most mobile, one of the most agile. Until Xhaka adds that, I can't see Xhaka really starting ahead of him. But it's clear that Coquelin offers this side something. You need more than being a midfielder than being able to pass. Like what Coquelin has in his arsenal, hardly any of our midfield options have that. He knows what he's good at. He's not scared to put a tackle in. Xhaka is the only one that has it all, but he's still developing. So Coquelin deserves to start, and he's backed up his claims well. There's not much to say. Like I know it's eye catching, all the passes and the attacking art of the game gets us out of our seats, wins us games, but we need to credit the dirty work sometimes. I'm by no means comparing Coquelin to Makelele. But you go and look at the Real Madrid side Makelele was on, and hear the likes of Zidane, etc., talk highly of Makelele, say they couldn't thrive without him, and that goes without saying. And that goes without saying for Arsenal, we need Coquelin. I'm not saying he needs to start every game, but he clearly contributes to the side. He's clearly an option. You could start 2 midfielders to see a game out, or games you're not expecting to dominate possession. You can use him in a counter-attacking play like against Bayern Munich, last year, to win the ball back, quick interceptions. You can use him to add still. You can bring him on to shut games out. I'm not saying he should start, but he's clearly of benefit to this club, and he deserves his new deal. He deserves it. He's been one of our most consistent players this year. I'm a big fan of, regardless of what you can do on the ball and for all your ability, you play it fair and you judge it what you've seen it. And Coquelin deserves that. Anyone who has a bad thing to say about Coquelin, for the large part, either just doesn't like him, thinks that the game is all about passing and all of them things like that. Yes, at Arsenal you need to be able to pass and contribute, but it's more than that. Like, Coquelin is a decent player, and at best he deserves to be part of a squad for us. He deserves a France cap. I know France have some good midfielders, but he deserves at least one. I'm not saying he should be in the side constantly. I'm not saying we shouldn't have an upgrade on Coquelin, but it's clear that he offers something to the side. He stands up to be counted in big games. He knows what it means to play for this team. So he deserves it. There's no way around it. He's improving going forward. He needs to be able to contribute more. But just stop making the guy a scapegoat. Half the time when we're winning games, when we should have dominated, we should have put, regardless of dominating midfield and the other team having 11 men behind the ball, we should have scored. But too easily we fans and us, we scapegoat Coquelin. I've seen certain players who can pick out 50-yard passes and stuff. When it's 0-0 or a goal down, they're not going forward. They're not contributing. I've constantly seen Coquelin egging players forward, getting forward himself, getting into positions. Coquelin is improving. There's no way around it. And he has been a decent player for us, and he can continue to being a decent player for us. Sorry, but yeah, it's deluded. Let me keep it short and brief. Coquelin just deserves to stay. Deserves his new deal. Every big game, he's constantly turned up, 9 times out of 10. Santi and him still remain our best midfield options purely because they've been together for so long. Coquelin feeds off playing in big games. Like, Coquelin is needed. That's the sort of mentality we need at Arsenal. But I'm going to keep it short and brief. If you don't like Coquelin, then I just don't know. But yeah, it's Deludaguna signing out, man. Keep it short and brief. Hope you liked it. Watch out for my new videos. A lot are coming. Thank you for watching.